Behold, Countdown, the hero of countless worlds. Universe Countdown here is a repaint of Seibertron Defense Red Alert, an awesome repaint. It's also a great homage to the G1 Micromaster base that this is based on. This repaint was a Toys R Us exclusive here in the States, and I still see him on the shelves in my local stores, so you might be able to find him in your area. This is an awesome alt mode. You take one look at this guy and you realize he does not need to negotiate because he will annihilate you. The alternate mode is roughly a BTK-90 armored personnel carrier, with a rather large missile/rocket thing on the top. Don't worry, I am well aware of how phallic it is. Can we just assume I made the terrible overcompensation joke and just move on? I, however, love how over the top it is. I think it's amazing. And to make it more amazing, you can insert his Cyberplanet key here into the rear of the launcher, and now it's an Omega Hyper Doom Ray. It's just called a snap-open cannon on the box, but that's boring, so call it what you will. It also has a firing missile. Pew! Sorry, there's no lights or sound effects for that one. I'm not a huge fan of firing missiles because of how easily they can be lost. However, I love how much play value it adds, so I suppose I'm just ambivalent about the whole concept. So if using this as a cannon thing doesn't work for you, you can just use it as a giant missile instead. Blast off! Yeah, go ahead, pretend that's not cool. And of course you could just leave it off like that in both modes. It also has these cannons on the side here that can lay flat or point up. And his Autobot symbol is here next to the cannons. And lastly, if you fiddle with the robot mode gun that I'll show off later, you can have this front-mounted cannon, or claw, or, never mind on this one. Yeah. Oh man, I just love how silly these Gearwalks can get. And here's the main event, Countdown. He's got very little in the way of fiction, but what he does have makes me an instant fanboy. Long before the first Great War started on Seibertron, Countdown has been among the stars, freeing the oppressed, and becoming the hero of millions. See? Totally awesome! This guy would even rival Prime or Megatron in a fight. This bot totally gives me the impression of someone who isn't going to take any crap or excuses. He's simply going to bring freedom and justice to the cosmos. Would it be too bold to say he's like the Superman of the Transformers universe? I mean, come on, he's even got this red, white, and blue thing going on. Man, Countdown here is just full of character, and I cannot get over how huge that cannon/missile thing is. It's just so ludicrous that it warps back around into being awesome again. Of course, the key-activated gimmick and the blast-off noise still work in this mode. He's not quite as posable as I would like, but he's got plenty to pull off some awesome poses. 360 head, 360 shoulders, 360 below the shoulder, 90-degree elbows, 360 wrists, pivot in the abs, 360 waist. I love it when they add that. 2-axis hip, 360 above the knee, and 90-degree knees with good click. And this missile will go up and down in both modes. If you could toss in the second axis on the shoulder, he'd be near perfect. So aside from his ludicrous Omega Hyper Doom Ray/rocket, he has this shield thingy that can peg into either arm. And if you plug the Cyber key into the back of the shield, it gives you this nice forearm-mounted rifle. Also, much like the Deluxe Red Alert, he's got his claw and hammer accessories in his shins. Both can happily plug into the end of the rifle. So here's the claw. It's got 2 points of articulation, so that's cool, I guess. He's also got this hammer with the spring-loaded head. Bonk. I should also point out that you can use these knee cannons in an emergency. So that's Countdown. My final thoughts? Buy this toy. He's so much awesome. It's a great toy with loads of playability and has an awesome character. The only way I'd say to pass on him is if you already have Seibertron Defense Red Alert and don't want to repaint. But even then I would still pick him up because of how awesome a character Countdown is. I'd pay up to about 35 American for him, but for some reason he seems to be all over the place, so you should be able to find him cheaper. To recap, Countdown is awesome. Buy this toy. So thanks to all of you for checking out this review, and extra thanks to my friend David for requesting I show you this awesome robot. More reviews are always on the way, so subscribe to not miss out.